Did you see that movie though?
Oh, there it is. Now it's broadcasting.
Oh, now it's live. Okay. Did
Yeah.
you go see that at all, or have you seen it?
I have not seen Neighbors, and I really don't want to.
Yeah,
I
I
hear it's
mean,
actually pretty good, though. So maybe I should check
yeah,
it out.
but here's the thing. You could actually just think up any movie you ever saw where two factions were kind of fighting against each other,
Uh,
and think of any kind of stupid thing they would do against each other, and that you really kind of pretty have neighbors
well,
summed up right
uh,
there.
oh, there you go.
Yeah, there you go. And you're not really missing anything.
That does not surprise me, actually.
Yeah,
It
well,
really doesn't.
it's it was cute. They kind of had a little something going with the car airbags. That was kind of a little shtick that they put in there, where they had the airbags. They took the airbags out of the couple's car and they put them in the couch. They put them in the his office chair and a couple of other places where they got him real good. But other than that, it wasn't that. You're not really missing anything.
Oh. Oh well.
So,
Sounds like I'm not missing much there. But, well,
no,
here's the thing. When when you're reviewing movies, especially popular ones, you kind of have to see the crap ones too. It's just all the fun ones.
yeah, I know.
So you know what that
uh,
means. It means I'll be seeing Neighbors, and then we'll be able to talk about it.
yeah. Oh, you know what I really kind of want to see?
What's that?
It's gonna be Dracula.
Oh God. I am
No,
so
it's
just
gonna
like
be great.
I am so just like get away from me with that movie.
You don't like Luke Evans?
So don't care. I like Luke Evans. It's just Dracula. Really? That's what we're doing now. Good Lord.
Well,
Come on.
I don't think the critics much care for it.
Ooh, shock of shocks.
Yeah.
Of course
Well,
they don't. It's just another, and they're trying to make Dracula a hero, and we know Dracula's not a hero. He's a friggin' monster.
well, supposedly this person's got, his kingdom's in trouble or whatever, so he's trying to, help his kingdom not be taken over. So
Hmm.
he becomes a monster for a reason, but still.
Yeah, I know. The Turks and all that kind of stuff. They
Yeah.
they come and take children, and now he's trying to stop them because they want to take his son. So as soon as it
Mhm.
matters to him, he does. I noticed. Very good, Dracula. Very
Yeah.
good.
I always wonder how come they never really tell the real story of about Dracula and the person that really was, how he really was. But I don't know. I bet you probably don't learn anything new about Dracula.
Mm.
That's kind of what's so sad, I guess, about all of these movies. It's like, is it really untold, or is it the same movie that we've already heard? Is he just
Well, it's
killing people?
it's this other review I was listening to pretty much called it a. They were saying it was like a superhero origin movie, except it was Dracula instead of like Captain America or Batman or whatever.
A
And
superhero? How do you make him into a superhero?
that's what I'm saying. They're trying to make him into a hero, and it's
No,
just like,
oh
really, guys?
no, he's a monster. That
Exactly.
ruins the whole thing. That ruins it. Who
That's
wants to
exactly
see a
my point.
hero?
He's a monster, and they've turned him into some kind of superhero, and it's like, really, guys?
You
Come
know where
on
all this
now.
came from, right? All this
Uh,
turning him into a hero shit.
well,
Excuse my
yeah,
language.
you know what it is. Oh, it's the internet. Nobody cares if you curse. You say shit, fuck, whatever. No one cares.
This came from all of those stupid teenage movies
Of course.
where they want to make him into some lover and
Oh God.
oh, what is her name? Belle and
Bella and
Bella.
what's his name from Twilight and
Uh,
all that kind of stuff.
I don't like my vampires like that.
Me either. I like my vampires like the ones in 30 Days a Night.
Yeah,
I
Or at
don't
least if you're not gonna do that, make
tear
them
you
like the
apart.
ones in Underworld, so that their
Yeah,
skin. I don't like the shiny skin. The sun don't kill them kind of vampires. That's
that
ridiculous.
didn't make any sense to me. Sun doesn't burn us; it makes us glow like
Glow,
diamonds. I'm like,
glow like diamonds.
I
Oh,
am, I am convinced that they're not vampires. Those are fairies,
oh God, yes.
like actual fairies from like the magical kingdom or something like that.
I don't understand that show. It's so stupid.
And they don't drink blood. I'm like, well, they die if they didn't drink blood.
Seriously.
Vampires need blood. They can't
Thank
not drink
you.
blood.
Oh my God. That's ridiculous. That's the most ridiculous stories ever.
Jesus. I was like,
Yeah.
what the hell? It's just, did you, speaking of Underworld, did you see all of the Underworlds? Because it's four of them.
Yes, of course.
You did? Because I only saw the first two. And, like, I know the story of the third one, so I don't really think there's a reason to watch it. Because it's pretty much just that dude's daughter and how she fell in love with the vampire werewolf guy and how they were about to have, a werewolf vampire hybrid. And then he killed her, right?
Yeah, he killed his daughter.
Right, that's the third one. So I guess I should just skip
Yeah.
to the fourth one. See what happens there.
Yeah.
Hmm.
They kind of did the whole thing sort of backwards in a
How do you
way.
mean?
Well, they tell the story. Well, you know how in the first one they tell the story about they tell her Selena how her family was killed by God, what's his name?
Ooh, you got me.
They tell Selena how
Oh,
the
right, I know
Dark
what you're
Lord,
talking about.
yeah, the Dark Lord killed her father.
I can't remember his name.
Oh,
Hold on a second. I was about to say, if only there was some kind of,
if only there was some way for us to know
I
these
know,
things.
some like
Easy. We got the
repository of all human knowledge somewhere.
yeah, we got the
I don't know. It's like it doesn't
we
exist.
got the
That's future
we got
space
the
technology or something. What are we
we have
doing?
the whole world at our fingers. Um,
I don't.
Craven,
Wait, Craven killed him?
Victor,
Yeah,
Victor,
Victor, Bill Nighy.
Victor
I
killed
thought
her. Yeah. So in the beginning, that's where they kind of start the story is that she learns about that, right? She learns that he killed her family and that he couldn't kill her because she reminded him of his daughter.
of course, who he killed, which so that doesn't
Yeah,
make any
who he
sense.
killed. So
She reminds me of my daughter who I killed, but
yeah,
yeah.
killed. And then it's like after that, she ends up getting hold of she takes the key, right?
Uh-huh.
So it's like in the third part of the story, they kind of go back and they tell the story of how she ended up dead. That was a second movie, right? Or was that the third movie? I'm
Who
starting.
ended up dead? Serene, or his daughter?
Which one was? I'm trying to remember which one was the third movie.
The third movie is his daughter. I forgot her name. Damn, I
Or
suck at
was that
names.
Awakening?
Awakening is the fourth one where Serene wakes up and like, there's like a what do you call it? I think there's a werewolf loose, and her daughter is in that one.
Oh, okay. No, the second one is about his daughter, isn't it? About Victor's daughter.
No, the third one's about Victor's daughter. You're talking about Underworld Rise of Lycans. That's the third one.
Oh my gosh, yes, that one was really good. If I were you, I would check that one out.
Seriously? Oh, snap. There's going to be another one.
Is there?
Yeah, this is Underworld Next Generation.
I don't know about that one.
We'll see.
But seriously, Underworld Rise of the Lycans was actually better. No, that was in 2009. Underworld Awakening was after that with the daughter. That's the one that I swear I could have missed.
Okay. All right. Rise of the Lycans had what's that woman's name? Rona Mitra
Yeah.
playing his what's her name? His daughter Sonia.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Awakening, which came out in 2012, was Kate Beckinsale again from as Celine, and then her daughter's in that one. Her daughter with shit.
Yeah, that one wasn't that
God,
good.
really?
No.
Oh, that sucks.
It was the first one and the second one that were really good. The third one was like just okay.
Uh, that sucks.
They had some pretty bad, badass werewolves in it because they had what they did was they basically went on the killing and like cleansing of like most of the vampires. They had gotten rid of all of them. Humankind found out about vampires and werewolves, and they went on about purifying everyone so that the vampires and the werewolves were gone. But what actually happened was the werewolves were rising, they were taking over, and they
Uh,
went about killing most of the vampires. They were in power now. So they got themselves in a position of power to go about and kill most of the vampires. But they were making themselves stronger. And they got to a point where they were so strong that they had killed vampires off to almost nothing. And
okay.
that was pretty deep. And Kate Beckinsale went on this, she was frozen. She had been frozen along with Michael, and then she was pregnant, and they had taken the baby out of her and
Ooh.
grown it. Yeah, they grew it for themselves, and then they got a hold of her daughter, and they were trying themselves to do something with her to make themselves um what is it they're allergic to? Silver bullets.
Yeah.
They were doing something to make themselves impervious to the silver bullets so they could live and there was nothing that could kill them. So they got hold of her daughter and they were trying to make themselves not die with silver bullets.
Uh-huh.
So that was basically what the whole thing was about. But to me, I don't know, I wasn't really into the movie. And the reason I think was the storyline was a little shabby. Michael wasn't in it.
Ugh.
Um, he got away somehow from his frozen chamber, but they never brought him on camera. They didn't talk about him at all. They had the vampires had been reduced down to nothing. They didn't really talk about them much. They didn't really show any werewolves that you had seen any other time. It was like just these werewolves that came from nowhere. It's like you didn't really know those characters. And then
Jesus Christ.
the werewolves themselves, they you know how Victor and like who was the original werewolf? I forgot what his name was.
Uh, William Corvinus.
William, yeah. William, you know how he looked like he was a man that had kind of been changed into a werewolf. He looked somewhat like he had humanoid type features at some point.
Yes.
Well, these new werewolves inside Awakening, they look like enormous monsters. Hold on, let me take that back. You know how the regular Hulk looked like he could have been a man at some point, and then they made the Hulk movie, the new one, and
Yeah.
that Hulk looks like there's no way that could have ever been a human. He looks like some kind of retarded Hulk. You know what I'm saying? It's like they ruined Hulk.
He looks retarded.
Yeah, he just looks stupid. It didn't even look like he could possibly have been a man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man. Wait a minute. Wait
They
a minute.
made him into it's like they made him into a cartoon.
Which
It's
Hulk
like what
character?
the
Which
hell did
Hulk
they do
movie are
to
you
Hulk?
talking about?
Huh?
Which movie are you talking about where he looks like a what you call it? A retarded.
Okay.
Is it
And you
Avengers?
don't remember this because you was a kid when it came out. But have you
Yeah.
ever seen the original Hulk?
Oh, I have. Lou Ferrigno, painted
Yeah.
green.
Yeah, okay. So you take Lou Ferrigno as the original Hulk and you put together a new Hulk, right?
Yeah.
You make that Hulk look like it could have. I know you want to digitally, pump it up and make it look interesting.
Of course.
But do you make it look like it never could have been human? Do you
It's
make
probably a
it
bad idea.
do you make it look like they made it look?
I think
It
most
looks
people didn't
ridiculous.
like the way he looked in John
It,
Woo's
it doesn't look
Incredible.
ridiculous. That's why it looked ridiculous.
Yeah.
Okay, they made those they made those werewolves look like they could never have walked around in regular daylight at any point. That's how ridiculous they look.
Just goofy, huh?
Just stupid. They just look stupid.
Shit.
That's how huge they were. They didn't look like they could fit inside of a building. That's how big they were. It's like they were just ridiculous big. I was just like, why do they look like that? It ruined the whole movie.
Well, you know how people do. They want to be exaggerated for stuff
Yeah,
like this
well,
is how we stand out.
it upset me as a fan, and because of that, I don't know that I'll go see this other movie, whatever it is.
Hmm. Well, they've lost some money this time.
Yeah, well, I mean, I saw Evolution and I saw Rise of the Vikings, so I don't know. I don't know about this other one though. We'll see.
Yeah, well, you will. I've never been a big fan of Underworld. I'll probably
Uh,
watch the third and the fourth one and see how I feel about it. But
well, I really like Selena, so I think if they have her in there, I'll go. Kate, I'm a fan of Kate Beckinsale anyway.
yeah, yeah, she is. She's a good actress. She's a pretty
Did
good
you see
actress.
Rise of the Vikings?
She's kind of bland in those Underworld movies, though.
Huh?
Did I see what now? Say that again.
Did you say she's kind of bland? Is kind of bland? What?
She is kind of bland in those movies, though.
What is bland? What do you mean bland?
She's this. Okay, Hollywood has this really retarded notion that action women are so-called action girls or just women who are like kind of action heroes in their own right, like Schwarzenegger and them used to be.
Uh-huh.
They have to be stoic, quiet, basically them with boobs. So
Oh.
they don't they don't talk. They don't have emotions. They don't feel things. Oh, her and the other Corvinus. What do you call it? The descendant. I forgot that dude's name.
Uh-huh.
I want to say Marcus, but I don't think that was his name. Anyway,
Descendants
no,
of
it's Michael Corvin. That was his name.
Michael Corbett
Yeah.
Corvinus.
How do you know love? Because they tell you. You can't tell by watching those two that they're in love because they kind of just stand there and stare at each other.
Uh-huh.
And the actor for Michael Scott Speedman has one of the blandest faces in Hollywood where he's just like, don't give him some kind of exaggerated emotion like grimace or smile or he's just there. He's just there. Kate
You know,
Bosworth can act, but she's just there in those movies. It's just sad. It really makes me sad. She's better than that. She should be anyway.
oh, I think she was like that in her there was another movie she was in where she had to kind of play the badass, and she was like that in that movie too.
Was it recent?
Um,
Within a year or two, or maybe three even.
I'm trying to remember. She had to
Because I think I know what you're talking about.
be a badass, and I want to say it was a remake of something.
Total Recall.
Yeah.
Our hypothetical audience probably was screaming it at us. We weren't saying
Uh,
it.
she was
Oh
supposed to
my
be feeling
God.
like she was in love with her husband, and
Uh,
I mean anybody could see from that she was faking it.
of course. I
It's
love her
like
line though. What can I say? I
how you
give good
didn't
wife.
see,
I
like
give
how you
good
didn't
wife. Somebody got paid to write that? Seriously? Oh Jesus. Oh, that's sad.
It's like how didn't you see through that? It's like that was
Maybe.
pretty obvious that she wasn't in love with you.
It's okay, honey. Here, let me hug you. Now I'm strangling you. Oh God. Oh God. Oh, Colin Farrell ain't the brightest bulb in the light fixture, so let's give him a little bit of credit. And well, maybe he also, he was kind of focused on that ass of hers, so maybe he
Yeah,
didn't know what the fuck's going
maybe.
on.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Maybe she
Joking me?
looks hot. She looks hot in those black outfits she wears in Underworld.
Yeah. Can I still get sex? I mean, I know you're choking me, but
Yeah.
no. Okay. I guess I have to run away now. You and
Stop
your new
it.
boyfriend Walter White are gonna get me.
Oh my God.
Speaking of which,
Stop
was
it.
it he wasted in that movie?
Who?
Um, God, who plays Walter White in fucking Breaking Bad? I can't remember the dude's name.
Uh,
Oh, it just hurts.
I can't remember.
All right, well, here comes the typing again. Make
Brian.
sure the
Brian
black
something.
is.
Brian.
It's Brian something.
Brian something. Cranston.
People hate us. Yeah, Brian Cranston. That's his name. Also, like he's wasted in that movie. He's just there to be angry into a camera. And I thought,
What movie was he in?
shit, what were we just talking about? Total Recall.
He was in Total Recall.
Exactly. You don't even know he's friggin' there. That's
Oh
how wasted
shit.
he is in that damn movie.
Where was he and what?
He's like, he's in, he's Cohagen. You remember Cohagen from
What?
1990 Total Recall?
No freaking way is he in Total Recall.
Yep, that's him, all right.
See, that's how you could tell.
He didn't need to be there.
No, I think that's how you could tell that Colin Farrell's attractive. I wasn't looking
Well,
at,
he's barely
at
in the damn
anybody else.
movie. I mean, I know Colin Farrell's attractive, but he's barely in the
It's a
freaking movie.
bad movie, but I was so busy looking at Colin Farrell that I was paying zero attention to who else was in the movie.
To the 2 seconds when Bryan Cranston's in the movie as Cohagen. You
I
know why
was
you remember
paying
Cohagen from the
no
original? Because
attention.
Ronnie Cox was actually in the movie for more than 2 seconds. And, you know, he actually did stuff, and he was an asshole. He's one of those characters you just want to strangle because he's such a smug little shit.
Uh-huh.
Like, you little motherfucker. Bryan Cranston was there for like half a second. He was rich white business guy who kind
That's
of says
funny.
hi to stuff and tells his henchmen to go get him over the video phone. But that's it. He's
Uh,
on the video phone. They had him on set for like 2 days, I bet, and he filmed all that shit and then just sat and ate the craft surfaces the rest of the time they were filming the movie.
hmm.
Pretty damn shit.
That's funny because I do remember Bill Nighy from
Yeah.
I remember him being in the movie
All right, Bill Nighy.
because I like him
Wait, Bill Nighy and
a
Total
lot.
Recall? Or are you talking about Underworld?
Total Recall.
He was in it too? Oh, Jesus.
Yes. Yes.
Here we go. Oh, right, the resistance leader. I remember
Yeah.
now.
I totally remember him being in there.
What's his name? What was his name? You remember? It's like, but something with
I
an
don't
M.
remember what his name was. I'll have to look it up. I
Man.
can't. I know. I just remember him being in there.
Mm,
Because I really like him.
oh, right, Matthias. That was it.
Yeah. He's in so many movies that I like.
Yeah, me too. Shaun of the Dead being one of the better ones.
Yeah.
And let's see. What's the name was pulling double duty? Kate Bosworth in that movie. I Kate Bosworth. Kate Beckinsale in Total Recall was pulling double duty because she was playing his wife Lori Quaid and the Richter character who was played brilliantly by Michael Ironside back in the original. I don't know why the hell they didn't have another Richter in that movie.
Mm,
They make no freaking sense. Oh wait, they did have a Richter, except it was a black dude, and he was there for half a second. And you know who that black guy was?
oh,
Bakeem Woodbine. Remember he showed up for half a second?
he was only in there for 2 seconds and then they shot him, didn't they?
Yeah, and they shot him because they mixed him, who should have been what you call it. He's kind of like his friend Richter and the doctor who shows up in the original one to give him the pill. Like, oh, you're having a dream. This is an illusion. Take this pill. And
Yeah.
wake up. And he sees the sweat and he blows his brains out.
Yeah. That guy.
What was it? Roy Brocksmith.
Mm-hmm.
Rest in peace, by the way. He passed away back in '01.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sad.
Yeah, I could have sworn, yeah, because he shot that guy when in the other one, was Schwarzenegger shot that guy.
Yeah, he was, Dr. Edgemar?
Uh-huh.
And for some reason they took Bikini Woodbine and turned him into Dr. Edgemar. and his friend Harry and friggin' Richter a little bit, but not really,
Mhm.
because Beckinsale was Richter and Laurie Quaid. That was weird. It just got weird, really.
Yeah.
They just took it and throw it all together. Of course, the original short story is based on from back in '66. We Can Remember It for You Wholesale by Philip K. Dick. None of them are actually doing that story. They take elements, names, and a little bit of technology and throw it in there, but it's not really that story at all. So once again, Hollywood misses the point of an adaptation. Like, good job, guys. Why are we spending so much
Well,
time on a shitty movie?
I don't know.
All right, never mind.
It's
Forget that
easy to
movie.
get yeah, it's easy to get caught up in that kind of thing.
Yeah, the crappy ones do hold your attention because you just want to vent on how
How
fucking
crappy they are, yeah.
bullshit they were. Exactly. Oh
Yeah.
god. Ooh.
Don't get too upset about it. It's not worth it.
I spent money to see it. I spent money and I'll never get it back. Money and time and life and brain cells.
Yeah, you won't get it back. I'm
Son
sorry.
of a bitch.
You just keep aging. Don't worry about it. Just
Damn you, reality. Damn this being a biological being. I don't care
uh-uh.
for it. I
Stop
really
it.
don't. When are we gonna evolve past the need for bodies?
I
I want to
don't.
be
You
completely
know
brain.
what? I have to tell you.
What's that?
Oh, my mouth is so dry.
Really? Yeah. You got a
Well,
drink? I hope you have a
no.
drink.
God, I wish it could be wine. No, human beings aren't going to evolve anymore.
You
We
don't think
don't
so?
have, well, we don't have a reason to.
I don't know.
No, we have no reason to. Well, the reason we started evolving in the first place was that we had reason to evolve. We would face some kind of challenge and then we'd have to get over it by evolving.
Oh yeah, I know. I know how evolution works. I watched X-Men.
Yeah, but
What were they evolving against, by the way?
I don't know. But
I got claws in my hand.
you
Do
know,
you regularly fight bears, or what's that about?
shut up.
I shoot lasers out my eyes. What are you fighting? What are you evolving for, son? The Clone Wars and the freaking Matrix shit hasn't even started yet, and you're shooting lasers out your face?
I'm just saying, like, we help the weak, and as
Uh,
long as you help the weak to survive, there's no reason for anybody else to
yeah,
evolve. I mean,
there's no reason
it's
mate.
not like we're fighting over food or anything at this
Mm.
point, at least.
Well, not yet. Wait until that overpopulation gets in.
Yeah, I mean, if we get to the point where we're fighting over food, then perhaps the weak might start dying out, and then we'll have to start evolving. But for now,
Hopefully. You know how I feel about Darwinism. I
no
love
more,
it.
no more, no more evolving for right this moment.
Please take the weak ones. Cull the weak.
Shut up.
They don't need to be here. They're damaging the gene pool.
No, stop it. Well, as long as somebody's willing to procreate with them.
Oh God, what is with people being attracted to people with inferior genes? Ugh. Huh?
Stop it.
What's that about? We can
Oh,
find these people and put them up there with the other ones and take
my
them
brother an elitist.
on. That's kind of a Marcus actually attitude, isn't it? Is
I
that a
don't,
Marcus thing?
I don't know. Maybe it's a little bit of both.
It might be. It's elitist. I'm definitely doing the what do you call it? When you want to, fuck, I forgot what you call it. Genetic something. Genetic purity or something like that.
Ooh, now you're starting to sound like Hitler. Stop it.
Right, that kind of ridiculous stuff.
Stop
Like,
it.
yeah, no thanks. We don't need all that. Darwinism's
Ooh,
enough. We don't need to focus on
mm.
breeding people or whatever.
Oh, you're gonna get us both put in jail.
That's creepy. Oh God, nobody knows who I am or care.
That's how they used to do us. They're like, yeah, you breed with that one. I
Hmm.
want her to breed with this one.
Ooh. Speaking
That's
of which, that's a pretty good segue into 12 Years a Slave, which I'm sure you saw.
Yes, I did. I
Oh
saw
yeah,
12 Years a Slave.
there we go. 12
You
Years
know,
Later. There's a movie that I cringed a lot watching.
I have to tell you, I don't go see movies like that in a theater,
Uh,
and I tell you why.
because you're afraid you'll kill Whitey the second it's over. You jump up and start strangling the white lady in front of you. It's your
I
fault. Die, bitch.
Oh God,
Ah.
I wish.
You want some too, motherfucker? Stop staring at
No.
me. Eat your fucking popcorn.
No, I wish I could do that. But no, that's not the thing. I like I was telling mama, my mother, our mother.
Who should be on the show at some point in the future?
Yeah, we'll see about that. I
Mm.
um I go to the movies to be entertained. And I getting angry, and which is what usually happens, is I get a little angry, or I get partially a little upset, or
Uh-huh.
I want to, I'm thinking in my mind, God, I wish I could kick somebody's ass right now.
Yeah.
That kind of thing at the movies. And it's like it's Friday night or Saturday night or whatever night it is, and I want to be entertained. I don't want to be upset. Like I don't spend money so I could be upset.
Yeah, I hear
So
you.
it's like so it's like, try to spend my entertainment dollar
I'm being entertained instead of being
to
angry and
be,
wanting to strangle
yeah,
people to death
yeah.
for,
So it's
for
like
stuff that they didn't do.
yeah. So it's like I'll wait for the movie to come and I'll spend the money at that time, you know, uh maybe at watching it at home.
Hmm.
Or at least I can have my popcorn and stuff. I'll have it in peace at the house, and maybe I'll discuss the movie afterwards with my husband or whatever, and
And now your brother.
quiet reflection.
Hmm. Quiet reflection. You know
Instead
you
of,
come out, kick the
you
TV the
know,
second you see somebody get strung up or something, or
you
dogs
know,
get attacked or something.
instead of sitting at a
Like,
restaurant
motherfucker.
thinking to myself, this bitch didn't bring me my sugar because I'm black.
I know you get hypersensitive to stuff that you
You're
perceive
like,
as racism after seeing them kind of movies.
they set them down first because we black.
It's because we black. It's because they're here an hour before you. No,
You know,
it's because
you
we're
know,
black.
you know.
No, they go in alphabetical order. No, no, no. Oh, no.
Uh,
See, the man would say that. Don't you
yeah,
bull me.
exactly.
I know
So,
what's going on. I've been around.
exactly.
I see the world.
I just
Oh shit.
sometimes I just have to see. I have to be in the right, and I have to be in the right frame of mind to see stuff like that.
Hmm. Yeah,
Ugh.
I was kind of like, oh, I have to prepare myself
Yeah,
to just be like probably a little upset after I
yeah.
saw it.
Because it's like once you've seen Roots, you've kind of seen all of those type movies.
Hmm.
But I think the reason this one pisses you off a little more, or maybe slightly a little more, is because this
It's
man's
more
already
graphic.
free,
Oh yeah, because that dude
and
was free, and
it's
then
yeah,
he actually did that kind of shit too.
uh-huh. Well,
Snatch people down.
um,
Jesus.
the Dred Scott case made it basically, or was it the fugitive slave case or fugitive slave law? Basically, made it okay for them to go and take free people and sell them into slavery.
Yeah, that didn't surprise me. Oh Jesus, man, that's kind of shit. But you know what?
The Fugitive Slave Act. That's what it was. It was
Above and beyond all this kind of like, oh, I hate and it's making me angry and racism. It was a very good movie. The
it
performances
was.
were just top notch, and oh, especially oh Christ, I'm gonna butcher her name, aren't I? I know I will. I'll butcher it if I try to say it. The woman who played Penny. Let's just put it like that. It's just super. You remember Penny, right?
Huh.
She was at what you call its place.
It was his name
Oh, I'm
Feinberg.
sorry, Patsy. Not Penny. It's Patsy.
Feinberger's wife?
No. And you mean Fassbender? Okay. But Fassbender's wife was played by Sarah. What's her name? Sarah Paulson, I think it is. She was Mistress Epps, and he was Edwin Epps. Obviously, I'm talking about she was. Oh God, Lupita Nyong'o.
Lupita?
Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Yeah, she played Patsy.
Oh, you're talking about the okay. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Of
Yeah.
course.
Oh man, that part when she, gets whipped. Whoo boy, that one. I had to look away. I had to look away from the screen. I can't watch this, dude. It was really intense. That got really intense right there. I was like, oh my lord.
What did she
Think
pick?
about it, it's like
400 pounds.
how messed up these whips or have to be to just tear into your skin like that.
Yeah. Well,
And
that's what they
100
did. That's
lashes.
what they did to us.
Oh yeah. I
That's
know.
what they did to us all the time.
Seeing it all just up in color and surround sound and God and everybody just kind of it affected me. Let's put it like
But did you see how the mistress of the house treated her?
yeah. That
She
was
came in there.
not only was she racist, but she hated her because her husband was raping her and didn't, he sees that as a loving relationship. I'm like, it's not. It's really not.
She
She doesn't like your husband either, huh?
she had so much hate for that girl, and
Yeah.
threw you see her throw that
She threw like a bottle at her, or was it a wine
uh
glass?
like a wine container or something at her head and
Smashed her in the
blacked
face
her
or something.
eye.
Was down
Yeah.
there. She's just down there crying, and they're just, and the worst, probably one of the worst parts is how you see that the beaten down look in everybody, where nobody's
Mhm.
helping her and all that kind of stuff. That's that
Yep.
mental, the mental slavery that people usually mention when they talk about how we're
Mhm.
slaves still to this day. I'm just like, man, oh shit, that gets too intense for me. Okay, bad confession time, by the way.
What?
I've not seen Roots. Does that make me a
That
bad
doesn't
person?
that really doesn't surprise me. It was more my generation that kind of saw Roots.
I guess this would be my generation's Roots, right?
Maybe, maybe, but it wasn't just one night. It wasn't a one night movie. It was
I know it
a
was like a mini series,
mini
like
series. Yeah.
yeah. Ooh, boy. Oh, was it like 4 episodes or something more than
I
that?
don't even remember how many episodes it was. I just remember that whole week. We were all I want to say we were in elementary school, but that whole week we were going to school, and I just remember being angry that whole week because I didn't really. I mean, Mama and Daddy explained to us about slavery, and we had always talked. We had an idea of what it was, but we didn't know so many like the details,
Uh-huh.
like we were able to see them on that particular movie. And it was like, there was this overseer, and he was in his cabin drinking. And I just remembered a woman, a big woman, because we would eat more food and try to get fat, and drink oil and do all kind of things to try to get fat, hoping that would keep white men from raping us.
Yeah, I know.
Um, and she brought her daughter to the overseer, and he was drunk because he had asked her to bring her daughter to him that night. So she did it, and there was no way of her getting out of doing it. She had to comply.
Uh-huh.
And she took her daughter there,
Oh
and
boy.
she had to hand him over to her. I mean, to him. And her mom was like, "Well, what does he want with me?" And she was like, "Well, you have to go inside, and maybe he'll give you a new shawl."
Mm-hmm.
and she just was had to go there every night, you know, and Toby, which was played by what's his name? The guy from Reading Rainbow. I guess you would know him as uh
Oh, right.
the guy with
Crap. LeVar
Jada.
Burton.
LeVar Burton, yeah, you would know him as
Data.
LeVar Burton was like not Data, but what's his name from? I forgot
Oh,
who he
jeez.
played in Star Trek: The Next Generation.
I wasn't a Star Trek fan. I got nothing.
But
I just know he's an engineer.
he would ask, what are they doing in there? And I just remember being really angry and already knowing what sex was, and then wondering how to survive after somebody had, taken your body from you, um, and having to go there every night knowing that that was going to happen to you anyway, and there
Mm-hmm.
was nothing you could do about it. I just
Yeah.
remember being really angry about it, and you know, wondering why would God allow such things to happen? And I really had a lot of problems with God ever, since then.
Yeah, I imagine you do.
Yeah,
Mm.
I had a lot of problems uh, and questions.
Yeah. It's just the kind of ridiculous stuff they get into involving religion. It's
Yeah.
just like, what? Really? Why that? And why would you, was it all this killing in the name of God stuff? It's like, there was no way that this God, if the way you're talking about him is true, would want something like this.
hmm And Christians for I don't know how long it's even in the Bible. They've used the Bible, especially Baptists. They use the Bible for Southern Baptists. They use the Bible to keep us enslaved
Mm-hmm.
because it
The
says
opiate of
in
the
there,
masses.
yeah, obey your masters. And
That's
I didn't,
just,
I didn't understand that for for the longest time. Just didn't understand how that could be possible. So anyway, anyway,
yeah.
I gotta say, um, the acting in that movie though was superb.
Yes, absolutely.
Chiwetel Ejiofor, I've been a big fan of his for a long time.
Me too. Ever
Uh,
since I saw him in Kinky Boots.
oh my God, Kinky Boots. Kinky Boots was so fabulous.
It was super fabulous.
Remember he came out when he first went to town. I mean, went to their town, and
Yeah,
he
and went in the
he
factory.
sat on that guy's lap.
He was the dude didn't know, like Nick
I
Frost did
didn't know.
not know.
He was like, "You
That was the
can't
dude.
get if you can't get ladies to wear them. How are you gonna get blokes like me to wear them?"
Yeah, the look on his face. He's like, what? I don't
Oh,
like. He did not understand. Like, hold on, am I? Is
oh,
that
she
a
went on it
guy?
before.
Like, did you go wash off that day? Is that
Oh my
what?
God. He, he's been in some great movies. I mean, like Children of Men, and
Uh-huh.
he's fab.
Dirty
Talk
Pretty
to
Things. Did you see
Me,
that?
and huh?
You see Dirty Pretty Things?
Oh God, he was so fabulous.
Uh-huh.
You don't know us. We're the people that clean your rooms and suck your cocks.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's just a fabulous actor. Um, so I was really taken aback by some of the acting that was in that movie. So I'm kind of glad that I was able to watch it at home because I got to rewind and really,
Yeah, really
look
get
at
into
some
the
of
performances, right?
really concentrate more into what I was seeing happen with him as as a performer. And yeah, so I thought a lot of it was wonderful. Um,
Yeah, a lot of people, I read and listen to reviews, and Like some people were talking about, oh, I hated Michael Fassbender in that movie. I was like, I loved him because
He was
he
great.
was so good in that
He
movie.
was so good. Oh, he was fantastic. Remember when when they came back that night, I mean that day, and he was walking around with the little black girl and they were holding hands and all he had on was a shirt,
Uh huh.
a long shirt. He came over there and he put his arm up. He was using that guy's head as an armrest.
Yeah. Like
He
he
was
just
like
put his arm, he put his elbow
yeah,
on his head, just all casually.
yeah, like, this
Just
is a
use
good
my
place for me
possession,
to
and
this
that's
is a
where
good place for me to, it's like my niggas came back to
I
me.
was like, God damn, he's good.
He was fabulous. He's a
Didn't
great
know for the
actor.
longest time the dude was German either.
I didn't really know it was
Mm,
Germans.
even with that name, I didn't know. Like Fassbender, like he's German. Come on.
Yeah, I didn't
Like,
never paid
oh,
any attention to him, but
I didn't know.
yeah. But he's been in some good movies too. He was good. Prometheus is kind of a weird movie, but he was really good in
Yeah,
it.
he was good in it. Yeah,
Mhm.
very good in it. I just wish I hadn't been able to tell so quickly he was an android.
Oh.
You just look at him, it's like that dude's an android. That hairstyle, Come on now.
He was supposed to be able to tell, what you?
Were
If he was
you?
an
I don't even remember
android.
that movie. I blocked it out like most Alien fans because I hated it.
Really?
Yes. There's no Alien fan you could talk to that liked that movie, and if they did, we will find them.
Oh my God. How do you not like that stupid movie?
You know who else I loved in that though? Like this is one of those things where it's like crappy movies with good performances. Was
Yes, he did a good
oh
job in
god,
that movie.
yeah him. But I'm trying to God, what's the dude's name? Damn it! Oh,
Which
Idris
the
Elba.
old man? Oh,
Jesus,
I thought you were talking about the old man.
no, 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 not him. Idris Elba.
Idris?
Idris Elba.
No.
He's that cool captain guy.
Yeah,
What's her
yeah.
name was so clearly into, but she's doing that angry, super high, buttoned up woman shtick, and he's just like, uh-huh. Yeah,
Mm,
later, honey. Then of course they end up in bed together. I was like, I knew that was gonna happen. Come
yeah,
on now.
yeah.
She can't resist his blackness.
You didn't think of the I thought you were talking about the old man.
No, not the old dude.
Was it Guy Pierce?
Yeah, Guy Pearce,
Yeah, he's good.
who I also love, but
Yeah.
he
He didn't
wasn't.
have much of
He was barely in the movie
a
for one
job. Yeah, he
thing,
wasn't really in there, but
so it's not really you're gonna focus on that.
yeah.
Eh,
I just like him as an actor because he
yeah,
was
me
in
too.
what movie was that he was in where he was so good? It's one of my favorite books, but I can never remember what the movie itself
You
is.
know what it was about?
Revenge.
Revenge. Just
Cold
revenge.
served revenge.
Rev- huh. A
The
revenge
the
movie. I
Count of
thought it.
Monte Cristo.
What? Oh, right,
Yeah,
right. The Count of Monte Cristo. Right.
yeah, it's one of my favorites. He was in
That
that
movie was pretty
movie.
sick.
Yeah, yeah,
I love that version of it that he's in right there.
yeah. It was a pretty good version of it.
Hmm. I probably
He
watch
just
a couple
played a
more.
good bad person.
Oh, he's so slimy.
Plays a good
Love
asshole.
that. He's so slimy and just ugh.
Yeah,
It's another one of those characters where it's like, you
yeah.
smug little prick.
He could be a pretty disgusting, evil person.
That's what people
That's
talk
what
about it. Like, oh, being a hero is good and all, but being a villain, you
yeah, being
really
a
have
villain.
fun.
Everybody remembers the villain.
Like, I know.
What an
I know
asshole the
this.
villain is.
Yeah. Except, uh, for certain movies, it's like the hero can be better. Because it's not
Yeah.
always, it's usually when it's a super goody two shoes villain. I mean, hero. And that's when people are like, oh, the villain was great. And it's like, yeah.
I don't know about that. It's like, remember the first Batman
Uh-huh.
where
Michael
what's his name?
Keaton and Jack
Michael.
Nicholson.
Yeah. It's like Michael Keaton was okay, but it's like Jack Nicholson stole that movie from him.
Oh, he did. But I I really, actually, Michael Keaton's my favorite Batman to this day. I love how he was doing what people usually don't do, and that is the three identities of Batman. He
Mm.
did all three of them. He's the fake Bruce Wayne that's all goofy and shit. He's the actual Bruce Wayne who's serious and kind of broody, and then of course he's Batman. And I
Mm.
thought he did just perfectly playing all three of those parts. Like you see him with Vicky Vale, and
Mhm.
he's got the glasses on and he's all just kind of fake and silly and playboyish. But then
Mhm.
when she actually got let into the Batcave, like
Mhm.
okay, now she's seeing Bruce Wayne how he actually is. He's very intense, very serious fellow. And that doesn't usually come up in Batman. It's usually just Playboy Bruce Wayne, Batman, and
Mm.
nothing in between. I'm like, guys, there's three parts to this character, just like Superman.
Mm.
Three parts.
Mm. I never looked at it that way.
Oh, I read the comic books. I know all about this shit. I can
Mm.
talk all day about superhero movies.
Yeah, I never looked at it that way.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause I thought what's his name played a bit of a playboy a little.
Who's that?
The last Batman.
Oh, Christian Bale.
Yeah. He kind of
Yeah,
played
he was kind
he
of
played a
doing the three
playboy.
parts.
Yeah, a little silly.
But for the most part, he did less of the silliness and was more serious almost all the time. So, it's like, dude, you're supposed to be putting up a front, you know.
He
Clark
stopped
Kent
partying.
doesn't.
He kind
Yeah,
of stopped partying a little bit in the
yeah,
later movies.
yeah. They should have kept
I
that
think
up
in
a
the
little
first
more.
couple, it's like he didn't really have a girl anymore. You know,
Oh,
they
no, if you're
cut
gonna
the
be a
girl
playboy,
out.
you're not supposed to have a steady girlfriend.
No, I'm not. I'm saying there weren't any love interests. They weren't really around. It's like he didn't
Yeah,
have girls.
his
They weren't
actual love
girls
interest
anywhere.
was
Yeah,
dating Harvey Dent.
yeah. It was like because I remember the first couple movies they showed him like hanging out with at least a couple of girls. I
Yeah,
think
he
they had
popped
one
out
on
of
each
that
shoulder. Yeah,
Lamborghini with the two models on his arm.
yeah,
I was like, hell yeah.
yeah.
That's
But
Bruce
then
Wayne.
they kind of stopped doing that.
And he just was kind of, didn't give a shit about stuff, bought the hotel, jumped inside the thing that wasn't a pool, but was like, fuck it, we're making it a pool because I own this
Yeah,
place now. And I was
yeah,
like, that is definitely he's doing it right there. And the
yeah.
rest of it is
They
him
stopped doing
training.
that.
Hey, him
Mhm.
training to become Batman, which is, serious, broody Bruce Wayne. And then there's Batman.
Mm.
Yeah. By the way, did you notice, what do you call it? Harvey Dent talking about, when they kill Rachel Dawes, like she gets blown up in the building. Did you notice when he got, like, he was really, he wasn't just really angry about that. He said, this is where my family died. And that made me think, wait a minute, was she pregnant?
Oh, I didn't even notice
I
that.
think that might be what they were getting at there. Because he said family. He didn't say Rachel or my fiance. He said my family died here. And I was like, oh shit, that adds a whole nother level to it. His fucking unborn child is dead too. That's
No, I
why he
didn't
was
get
so
that.
yeah, that's why he was so keen on killing Gordon's children and his wife. And, just like I'm gonna kill your family. You have to watch your family die because this is where my family died. And I was like, holy shit.
No, I missed that whole thing.
Yeah. That's pretty badass.
Yeah, no, missed that
He was
one.
drinking it out. Jesus Christ, man.
Mm.
That sucks.
When I was back to 12 Years a Slave,
Okay.
um, I don't think they've ever told a story about a free black person that was abducted and sold into slavery.
Right, to see it from their point of view, whereas like
Yeah.
he's aware of slavery but kind of off to the fringes.
Uh-huh.
Like we're all aware of what's going on in the Middle East, but it's like it's over there.
Uh-huh.
We're here. Now if we were
Yeah.
thrown into it,
Mhm.
that perspective would just go whoop, and you're like, "Oh my god." Like, we get switched over pretty damn quick, I'm sure. Yeah, I like that. I really like. They need to do more of those. It's usually straight from the slave's perspective, or like
Mhm.
that comedy about slavery, The Help. Isn't that just wonderful?
Uh-uh.
Hey, let's make a comedy about slavery. What the fuck? Seriously,
Uh-uh.
Hollywood?
That's not a comedy.
Dude, Did the trailer lie to me? Because I didn't watch that freaking movie.
It's
Is
not
the
a
trailer
comedy.
lying? Is the trailer lying? Is that what you're telling me? Because the trailer looks like a comedy.
Hold on. How have you not seen The Help?
Because I don't want to see it. After seeing that trailer, I was like, fuck you. Slavery's not funny. What are we doing?
It's not slavery.
Whatever.
Oh my God, you
They were
have to
making a
go see
damn
The
joke
Help.
about it, and it pissed me off.
It's a drama.
Ugh, it's not dramatic enough. More drama.
It's during the civil rights movement.
You hear about poop pie, though? That's something. Maybe I should
Yeah,
watch it just for that. There's a shit pie. What?
you have to go. You have to see the.
Ew.
Come on. Excuse me.
Put doo-doo in a pie? That's
You
nasty.
have to go. You have to see The Help. I guess you don't have to go anywhere to see, but you have to see The Help.
Oh, yeah, you can't go anywhere and see it. It's not in theaters anymore.
Yeah, you don't have to go, but
Okay,
you gotta
I'll
see The
see
Help.
it. I'll see it. I was mostly joking anyway. I knew it
It's not
wasn't.
a com.
I
No, it's
knew it
not a
wasn't a
comedy.
comedy. I was just playing. But
I know.
you
I
can't watch
know
that
you know
trailer
it's
and
not
tell
a.
me it didn't
I
look
know
funny.
you know it's not a comedy, and I know you
You can't tell
playing.
me you saw that trailer and didn't think it looked kind of kitschy, kind of a little bit. Come on now.
I thought it looked ridiculous when I first saw it, and I said, you know what, I'm not gonna go see this stupid shit. That's
Exactly.
exactly what I thought.
Well, I'm like, what the fuck are they doing?
I was like, what the
Jesus
hell?
Christ, Hollywood, come on.
I was thinking to myself, haven't we done this already? I'm so sick of seeing black women wearing freaking maid costumes.
Yeah, one of the
Didn't we,
best. One
didn't
of the
we
best.
do that already?
Yes, we did. One of the best made costume switch arounds though was in Forrest Gump, where it's like he's talking about her mom before her did shrimp, her mom before her did shrimp, and
Oh
it
yeah.
shows her sitting there, and a white woman comes in with shrimp.
Yeah.
I was like, well, there you go. Of course, you know she's getting paid well because that woman was stupid rich.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, she fucking passed out when she saw that check. Like, oh God. Like, yes, honey, it's time. Your son made a good friend there.
Mhm. Poor Bubba.
Oh, poor Bubba.
Yeah, I think I must have seen that movie
Those gums were unfortunate.
35 times.
Like, why is his lip so far out? Come on now.
You know that movie stopped him from getting roles
What?
as an actor?
Are you serious?
Yeah, I read about it.
Because it was like so recognizable. Like, oh well, hey, it's Bubba.
Yeah, they thought that that's what he looked like for real.
Oh God, people are stupid. Did they look at the machinist and think Christian Bale actually looked like a skeleton man?
I don't know.
Bunch
It's
of
dumb.
goofy motherfuckers.
It's
Can't believe
dumb.
that. Like
I
Christian
mean,
Bale was. Oh God, he's scarily skinny in that movie, and
yeah,
he did it right before Batman too.
yeah.
He just bulks right back up, and he's like 100 or 200 or so, whatever pounds of muscle now. I'm like,
I didn't
that
even see
can't be
it.
healthy.
It didn't even look like it was a good movie to me.
It was pretty good. It's a very slow burn movie though. It's not like action packed or anything like
Oh,
that.
is that why?
It's
Because
about a guy who, he's there's like something clearly happened in his past that hasn't. That's the reason he looks like that. Like something happened that really threw him off or shook his world really hard, and now he's kind of just sleepwalking through life until he meets a woman, and it goes from there. Pretty much. Anything else would be a spoiler. We don't do that, except for all the other movies we spoiled. But we usually don't spoil stuff.
hmm,
Try to avoid that.
I tried watching that movie and I couldn't. It
Really
was
want to.
going, it was going really slow for me, and I was just like,
Oh yeah,
this is
it's pretty
boring.
slow. It's a slow burn.
Yeah, I was like, this is boring, and I'm turning it off.
Yeah, yeah, it is. Pretty is more. Well, all right. Let's see. It's 6:22. I am about to go see The Equalizer.
Oh, okay.
Probably come back on here, or maybe I don't know, do a short review by myself about what it was, or maybe wait for you guys to see it and then we'll all talk about it.
Mm.
We'll
You
see
know,
what happens with that.
lately I haven't been liking the way that they've been making him look on TV. Maybe
Who's
it's just the
that?
faces that he's been making his face lately, Denzel.
Really?
He's been making these weird faces on TV, whereas one of his lips go one way The
Oh, that look. I
top
know what
lip
you're talking about.
goes one way and the bottom lip goes another. I'm
Yeah,
like,
that weird thing he does like that.
yeah, I'm like,
Damn, I
don't
wish my
make that
webcam was working.
face.
My webcam was working. I could show you, but you already know what it
I'm
looks like.
like, stop making that face. That's horrible.
Yeah, that does look weird a
Yeah,
little
he
bit.
shouldn't make that face.
Yeah. Did you see Flight?
What?
Flight? Did you
Yes, I
see it?
saw Flight. I sure did.
Yes, that movie. Oh, oh, I
Yeah,
love it. I love
that's
the
so
airplane
good.
sequence.
Yeah.
If Dad saw that, he'd probably pass out.
Yeah.
I just don't get him. I'm scared of the airplane. Like, Dad, come on, man. What is the deal? Take a Xanax or something. What's
Uh,
wrong with you?
I think he
Freaking
might
out of
have,
planes.
maybe he took one before.
Really? They probably
Yeah.
jacked him up. Maybe that's what happened.
It
He,
messed
he,
him up. Yeah,
he
that's
was
what
up
I'm
on the
starting to
thing, and
think.
I was like, oh my God. And it just made him crazy. And then
Yeah,
he
I'm starting
associates
to think
planes
that.
with that shit.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to have to get off of here so I can go see
All
this
right.
movie because it starts in like 15 minutes.
All right.
But I'm only 5 minutes from the theater, so it's no rush.
All
Okay,
right. Well,
so as a sign off, I guess I should say this has been Third Gen Films. My name is Cain. This is my lovely sister Danielle. You're here talking over here. Say hi.
hi.
Hi,
Hello.
Internet.
Hi,
Okay.
Internet.
All right, and we will catch you next time, okay?
All right. Bye
All right.
bye.
Bye bye.